What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Ludo Effects back at again with another video. And today, guys, I'm gonna be talking about how I managed to flip a small $500 account to 4K in a little over 24 hours, right? So we're gonna be talking about the whole trade breakdown. I'm gonna show you all of my entries on all of the trades that I took, and I'm gonna give you guys some rundown, some tips so you guys can learn how to flip your small accounts into bigger numbers so you guys can preserve and trade with more capital, right? So while you're here, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Like I said, I'm dropping new content. As you guys can see, we are in the new condo, penthouse, whatever you want to call it. Still haven't made the penthouse tour, but it's coming soon, so you guys can see it is coming together a little bit. But that's going to be a whole nother video. Today we're going to be focusing on how to flip that $500 account, right? It doesn't matter if you have $500, $100. If you have the skill set and know how to trade, you literally can flip anything with patience and the right setups and understanding the risk that comes with it. So we're going to be diving deep into that today. So let's go ahead and walk into the office, get that done, and we're going to get straight to it, right? So we're going to pull up the screen and we're gonna go from here. Oh, but before we talk about that, I did have one thing else that I want to tell you guys about. My course is dropping soon. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're in the free Telegram chat below. That way you guys get notified when the course drops. I wanted it to drop on my birthday, but things happen. My birthday is in a few days, but I look to push the course out in the middle of July. So be on the lookout for that. I am dropping a full course, so make sure you guys be on the lookout for that, because it's going to help you guys a lot. A lot of people ask me about my one-on-one mentorship, but a lot of people can't afford it. So I have a course coming out. If you have attended my 3-day boot camp, or where you were a part of that, you purchased recordings, you would get the course for free. So just be on the lookout for your usernames and logins, because I will be sending those emails out to you guys as well. And then that way you guys can, you know, look at the course on your own time. You don't have to worry about coming to the sessions, being there on time, because I know a lot of you guys have work. So with that being said, like I said, be on the lookout. And also, a lot of people have been asking me about my SIGNALZ chat. You can purchase my SIGNALZ chat in the link below. Also, you could go to my Instagram, and I have a link tree that you guys can go and purchase my SIGNALZ chat as well. So with that being said, guys, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and then turn on the notification bell so you can be notified, because I will be dropping the notifications on YouTube, and I also will be dropping the rest of my videos as well on here. So you want to be notified when I drop new bangers like this, because this can help a lot of people. So with that being said, let's get started in the video. Currently we are up 1,800 on the trade. Started this account with $500 at the beginning of the week. Almost flipped it to about 3K, almost 4K. Trade his TP. We'll be looking for it to be almost about 4K profit for the week. Well, 4K equity for the week. Like I said, we started with 500. This is a live account. I gave out these setups on my Instagram earlier this week. We had NAS 100. You could see that I had this overall ghost pattern coming to this zone after we had this trend line break. And then earlier this week, where I got the account to 1,000, was when I took this position here on this break and retest. And then now I'm looking for this price to come down to this -27 TP, and then we'll be done for the week. And my voice is gone right now. I'm sick, but it's all good because we're in profit. I kind of live by the motto, put in a little, take out a lot. So that's just what we got going on right now. Almost 2K in profit. So let's see what it does. Update, about $2,100, $2,200 in profit. It's fluctuating, almost at TP, so we're just gonna let it ride out. All right, now we have the charts pulled up, and I'm gonna show you guys the reasoning and the thought process
on the reasons why I took this trade and was able to capitalize on building that account from $500 to $4,000 in just over a little bit over 24 hours. So I'm going to give you guys the whole top-down analysis, the reasons behind it, because if you watch my other videos, you know that I always do a top-down analysis before I enter any trades. And I feel like that's super important, so you guys need to focus and pay attention on the reasons why. So if you haven't watched my last video on how to do a top-down analysis, that's very vital. You should go ahead and watch that, and then also watch the last NAS 100 breakdown that I did when I caught over 8,000 pips, which is 800 points. And you guys make sure you take notes and really focus and pay attention to the details, because that will literally show you how I did this. Because flipping an account is really easy once you have the skill set. So once you know what you're doing, know what you're looking for, then flipping these types of accounts become easier as time goes on, as you gain the experience. So we could see that NAS 100 was on this overall 4-hour downtrend right here, and then we had this 1-hour downtrend as well. So my thought process at the beginning of the week, price was just breaking this zone. I think price ended the week here, and then price started to push up to this zone. So I had a note here saying watch price at this trend line. If you're in my free Telegram chat, you would have saw this because I gave it out. And then also, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have caught this move right here, because I also gave this move out on Instagram for free. But this first move right here, we could see that, okay, we was on this trend line right here. So the story on this trend line was every time that price came to this trend line, what it do? Push down, push down, push down. So the moment that we came here, in the back of my brain, I was already thinking like, okay, well, price can come back to this trend line and potentially bounce and push down from here, just because what it's done in the past, right? So also another thing that I was looking for, so if I just clear this, we had this bullish run at the end of last week, which is last Friday. We had this huge push up, right? So we broke this previous level of resistance, but we never really came back to retest it. So in the back of my mind, I was already thinking like, okay, well, we broke this previous lower high point on a 4-hour time frame, but never came back to retest. So that let me know, well, price has to come back down some way, some form, because price never just goes straight up and never comes or goes straight up or never goes straight down without having a retest. And that just goes back to my last previous videos, like market structure. The market moves in 3 phases: impulse, correction, continuation. So here we had this big impulse, and that let me know like, okay, well, we have to have a correction. So I'm gonna catch the sell back down to this zone potentially to look to see if price will respect that area. But you can see price pushed a little bit further. Now we're starting to get this bullish push to end the end of this week. So when I go back to this, that was in my thought process, right? So I was already looking for sales, and that's why I had this ghost pattern right here coming back down to that zone, because I was looking for price to retest. Then now all I needed was an entry, right? So we can see we were coming up to this trend line, and then we began to form a pattern. So if I clear this off, we can see that we had this ascending channel pattern forming right here, and that is where I have my trend line. So if I was just to come to the parallel channel tool and just draw a line here, we could see that this was a ascending channel pattern, and that is a form of reversal pattern. And then we could also see that we had divergence here down, and then the market was pushing up. So that let me know, okay, there's a really high probability chance that the market can reverse in this area. So once the market came to that area, and then I had an alert set here, you can see the alert on this trend line, crossing down trend line. So that let me know, okay, well, once price comes to that area and retested, that's gonna be looking for my first entry. So we can see here, price broke and then retested. That was my initial entry, right? And then when I look at the overall structure of things, I can see, let's just make this a little thicker. I could see that this was the last lower high point that got broken. So then we broke, came back to retest it a little bit, but then price pushed down. I didn't really want to enter here because I didn't want price to shoot back up. But then once price continued to consolidate, I popped another entry here when I drew my fib from my point A to my point B. price came to this 50% level. So that let me know, okay, well, I'm going to be looking to carry that to my overall projection, -27 level. So that's exactly what I did. On this entry right here, I popped a 0.02. So I had $500 in the account. I popped a 0.02. So I was risking a little over like $100, and that's a little on the aggressive side. But when you're trading a smaller account, it's like I'm willing to go aggressive. That's just me personally, because it's only it's a smaller risk versus if it was a bigger account. And like I said in the video, like the motto for me is put in a little, take out a lot. I would have a small amount, flip it to a higher amount, and then go from there. So once we had this position here, we were about 80 points in profit, and then we got this retest. The price came back up here and still maintained this level of resistance, so I popped another 0.02. So from there we then carried that. So then we had a profit of, let's pull it up here, we had a $284 profit from this initial entry here, and then a $234 profit from this initial entry here, and carried it down to that -27. So that took the account from 234 plus 284, 518 plus 500. That took the account straight to 1,000 from those two positions right there. So that let me know, like, okay, well, I got a little bit of wiggle room, so now I can get a little bit more aggressive. So then, of course, price continued to melt, and I really should have held it down to the zone, but I didn't think price was going to just continue shooting super aggressively, because then I could have just easily took advantage of those moves. But I closed it once price hit my -27 TP, and that's one thing you guys have to understand as well, is that you're a disciplined trader, and once price hits your TP, you get out the trade. You don't really care about what the market does after that, because like I said, you're a disciplined trader. So I looked at that and I was like, -27, oh, it pushed down, okay, I'll catch the retest. So then price came here in the next spot, and I even told my Telegram chat about this. I said, once price, carry price to this purple trend line, and then once price breaks and retests this purple trend line, then carry it to the black trend line. So from once we got to the black trend line, that let me know, okay, I need to see what price will do here. If it's price going to bounce up or is price going to reject. So then we started to get a lot of consolidation from there. So once we got that consolidation and we never broke our 23.6 Fibonacci level, I was just like, oh, okay, bet. Well, we're probably gonna more so have a continuation on down. So from there, I drew a point A to a point B on the fib. And like I said, we never broke this 23.6. And sorry if you guys can't, let me just clear some of this off for you guys, so you guys can overall see what I'm talking about. And let's clear this old one. We don't need that anymore. So we were under this 23.6 at the time, and then I was like, okay, well, we're just going to continue. So I was going to target this -27. So I entered here after this break and retest of this minor trend line and this black trend line here. That was my first initial entry. So we pushed down, and then at the beginning of NY open, we then had a push up, and we came back to test this trend line one more time. So I went in a little drawdown, but I still knew that if price was going to respect this trend line, that I would be okay. So price came here and gave us some wick exhaustion. So then I popped another entry, and then that's where when I showed the clip of the video, and I was in profit from the highest entry. I had popped a 0.05 here, and then I had a 0.02 here. So then from there, price went straight into profit, pushed down, and then like I said, I had a fib from this point A to this point B. And like I said, this is a 23.6 retracement, and then so my overall projections was this -27. So then from there, we pushed down, we consolidated for a little bit, but then we broke our structure level here and retested it. So then that's when I popped the third entry in that video, and then I came down here and let it ride all the way down to -27 TP. So it comes with a little bit of experience on understanding the market flow, because majority of people probably would have pulled it at this consolidation or didn't know what to do when price pulled back and they went to the drawdown. But if you understand and you trust your overall analysis, it's easier for you to maintain the order when you don't have structure levels being broken or retested. If any of this confuses you, just make sure you watch my videos on my channel that goes a little bit in depth on market structure. Also, like I talked about earlier, I will be dropping a course The course should be done by the mid weeks of July. So I'm looking around like July 13th, 15th ish, that area. I wanted to drop it on my birthday, but I just have a lot of things going on right now, so I haven't finished everything that needs to be done yet, but it will be finished. So be on the lookout for that course. And then also, like I was talking about, I'm gonna be dropping the penthouse tour. And y'all still haven't seen the new Porsche yet, so I'm gonna be dropping that as well. It's been hard, and a lot of people, they really want to see more of these videos instead of seeing the overall like vlog style videos. So I try to give you guys these videos more. But let me know in the comment section what other videos you guys want to see, and make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. And I hope this video was super helpful for you guys to understand my overall entry and my overall thought process on how I turned that $500 account into $4,000 in a little over 24 hours. Peace out, family.